2026 is not coming like a normal year. This is not just another chapter in time. This year is arriving to change how certain people feel, react, and protect their emotional energy. If you are someone who has been emotionally drained, misunderstood, or taken for granted again and again, 2026 is the year your soul finally learns a powerful lesson. This year is not about becoming cold or heartless. It is about becoming emotionally untouchable. It is about reaching a point where external chaos no longer controls your inner peace. Stay till the end, because if your zodiac sign appears in this list, the way you handle emotions, people, and attachments will completely transform in 2026. Welcome to Zodiac Sign Revealed. Before we begin, take a moment and comment "I choose emotional strength in 2026, because intention matters, and what you affirm today shapes who you become tomorrow." The first zodiac sign in our list is Scorpio. Scorpio, you have always felt emotions at an extreme depth. When you love fully. When you trust with your entire soul. But this emotional depth often made you vulnerable to pain that others never even noticed. For years, you carried silent wounds, replayed moments in your mind, and wondered why people never matched your loyalty or intensity. In 2026, something fundamental changes inside you. You stop reacting emotionally to things that once triggered you deeply. You stop giving people unlimited access to your inner world. You realize that emotional power is not about constant expression, it is about control. In 2026, Scorpio becomes emotionally selective. You observe more, speak less, and respond only when it truly matters. Situations that once shook you no longer disturb your peace. You become calm under pressure, unreadable when necessary, and deeply aware of your emotional boundaries. This emotional mastery makes you untouchable, because people can no longer manipulate your feelings, provoke reactions, or drain your energy. You finally protect your emotional space without guilt, and that becomes your greatest strength. The second zodiac sign in our list is Capricorn. Capricorn, you have always appeared emotionally strong, stable, and dependable. But behind that strength, you often carried emotional responsibilities that were never yours. You stayed composed while others fell apart. You stayed logical when others reacted emotionally. Over time, this made you emotionally exhausted. In 2026, this pattern finally ends. You begin to understand that emotional maturity does not mean emotional sacrifice. You stop fixing people. You stop over-explaining your intentions. You stop tolerating emotional disrespect just to keep the peace. In 2026, Capricorn learns how to create emotional boundaries that are firm, calm, and unbreakable. You no longer feel guilty for choosing yourself. You no longer suppress your emotional needs to appear strong. This shift makes you emotionally untouchable because people can no longer guilt-trip you, emotionally pressure you, or rely on you at the cost of your peace. You become emotionally disciplined, grounded, and deeply self-respecting, and this changes every relationship in your life. The third zodiac sign in our list is Pisces. Pisces, you have always been emotionally sensitive, intuitive, and deeply compassionate. You feel not only your own emotions, but the emotions of everyone around you. For years, this made you emotionally vulnerable. You absorbed pain that was never yours. You gave love without limits. You stayed even when it hurt, hoping people would change. In 2026, Pisces experiences a powerful emotional awakening. You finally realize that empathy without boundaries leads to emotional exhaustion. You begin to separate your emotions from the emotions of others. You stop rescuing people who refuse to heal themselves. You stop romanticizing emotional pain. In 2026, Pisces learns how to protect their heart without losing their kindness. You become emotionally aware, not emotionally overwhelmed. Situations that once drained you no longer have power over you. You trust your intuition more than your emotions. You choose peace over emotional attachment. This transformation makes Pisces emotionally untouchable, because people can no longer emotionally manipulate your kindness or take advantage of your sensitivity. You remain loving, but no longer self-sacrificing, and that balance brings deep inner peace. If your zodiac sign was mentioned, comment your sign below and claim this emotional transformation.